We give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Akah, Kodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of the soul. Salutation to you, Archeums, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This here is your brother Yassad from the Trinidad GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp, back at you with another lesson willing to define, unto the house of Israel, mainly the elect. So this video would be based upon a dream that my father had, right? So I came from the sea with the brothers, and he told me, hey, I have a dream to tell you. My biological father. Um, he have a dream to tell me. The dream is not a good dream. So he said, when we get time, we will talk. So 2 hours we work at the same place. So we was at work, and he told me the dream. So the dream went like this. 2 hours we was walking down the hill, because where we live it have a hill. So two of us was walking down the hill together, and a man came out of the bushes, and that man was telling him, hey, you see that thing with that man in? That causing blight, that causing evil to come, that causing hardship, that causing all kind of things. Yeah, right? To that effect he was explaining unto me in the dream, and the man was saying that that man right there, that thing in, referring unto me being in the truth and keeping, my heritage. The statutes of the Lord, the statutes, come back to my heritage and start to um, dwell in this ministry is a bad thing. That what the man out of the bushes was saying. And he was saying, hey, I'm warning you, if you don't stop that now, or if you don't stop it, bad things will continue to happen, understand that, right? you know and that dream, hey, ultimately I know, well, yes, is Yahweh Shem Shai, but hey, Satan came into the dream and changed up his mind, because we used to keep feast, we used to keep we kept the Passover recently up here, at my aunt's house, you know we keep feast and thing of the Lord over here. So my father was like, hey, you see, and he tell me the dream, and he was like, hey, um, in his mind, he's trying to say it in the nicest way possible. Because for a worldly father, he's a good father, but I know it's just Satan enter into the mind, but all that is prophecy. He was telling me that, hey, you see, all that feast and all these things here, what I hear at all, so no more keeping a feast and these kind of things here, because he feel, because since the year start, things haven't been all well, right? There's bills upon bills and things, but that is how it is. I understand that, hey, I tell him with Yahweh Shem Shai, if I repeated Job, if we receive good from the Lord, shall not receive evil. Things not going and always run smooth, right? Right? Things not going always run smooth. Or he was like, yeah, he understand that and thing, but his mind, which is the as the scripture says, the mind is the most deceiving thing of all. His mind telling him that, um, to tell me that, hey, it's better I stop off all of them things I keep in here. Maybe that will make things better. Maybe that will make him catch a little better up on his feet, because, you know, I know it's bills one thing after the next, you know, situation with the car and these things, But all these things, these things are predestined to happen. But if through the spirit, um, hey, I understand that there is a Satan, enter into his mind, but there's also prophecy, because the Lord speaks about these things. And hey, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai for that. I ain't vexed, it's all I humble, it's all understanding. So I said, alright, no problem. I wouldn't be having the feast, I wouldn't be thinking, as the scripture say, we are the um, operate with the wisdom amongst them that are without. So I ain't bother fight no talk. But I still came and I actually I still came and I told him that, you know, I show him a couple scriptures, X, Y, and Z, but you know, the Jake mind already made up. And that's just all the beginning of it, because we kept the Passover and he was like saying, you know, he wanted to literally say it out, but it in his mind that what I in is evil. You know, even my aunt, she lock up she house, all these kind of things when we kept the Passover, because this thing being seen as a strange thing unto them. But they indoctrinated, you know, by the Christianity, and they see it as we worshiping as a strange God, not knowing that the power of heaven, right? And all these spirits, right, they tend to grow, because while shit keep happening, they going and build a hate, a, a, a thing, we evil, we causing these things. And this is where they're gonna start persecuting us when that time comes, right? But hey, like you kick off with the scripture, the book of Matthew 10 and verses 35, it say, well, let me start at 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And this is the word of our Savior, our Deliverer, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So the Lord is came to set us at variance, you know. And let's go into the meaning of the word variance. Bear with me a bit. Take it long. Alright, for the Matthew 25, let's go into the interliner in the blue letter.
Strong's G 1369. Dechadzo.
Right, the cut. So to cut into two parts, cleave, asunder, sever. So in the Strongs it says to make apart, and that is what the Lord doing. The Lord is doing the division. You know, he's separating, you know, us from them, right? Because there is a spirit of delusion came upon him, a spirit of deception. But ultimately, we know is Yahweh Shemeshai's works. And also, we separate, the Lord separating us. You know, we not of this world, and the world gonna love its own. Right? Because so if I wasn't serving the idol God Jesus Christ and having things with Jesus Christ here, you know, it wouldn't be a problem. But because it is Yahweh Shemeshai, you know, because Yahweh Shai say, you know, they hated you before they hated me before they hated you. You know, it is Yahweh Shai is the one they hate. But the Lord setting us apart, right? Yeah. It say a man's foe shall be they of his own household. Yeah, and we're gonna literally be seeing this prophecy happening, because it's already happening. You know, brothers lost their family, you know, the family against them because of the truth. The own wife from the own bosom, you know, the own next part of them, which is the wife, when the two flesh become one, right? Um, being against them because of this truth, being an adversary unto them. But the Lord say, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. So this scripture here, you know, it lovely as music to my ear, right? So I had a spirit that Yahweh Shemeshai keep me in the spirit. Although as much as I love my father, you know, but I ain't gonna let his words, hey, as the scripture said, don't let another man take thy crown. I ain't not gonna let his words, you know, hinder me, you know, from doing what I had to do. I would still do what I had to do, you know, and pray that Yahweh Shemeshai keep me rooted and grounded in this thing to make it to the end. It's saying, he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Yeah, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. So you see how important it is, you know. So all these persecution, these things is gonna come. Our household is gonna rise up against each other, and that hatred, that that thing for you, for the Lord, it's gonna stir up more when time comes, right? Let me get the book of John, chapter 16, and I'll start at verses 1. It says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall out, put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you think that he doeth Yahweh service." But hey, Yapa precept. But before I'll get back at this precept, let me swing it in a bit of a order, right? All praises to Yahweh Shem and Shai, right? I'll get back at that precept. Let me get the book of Matthew 5. Matthew 5 and verses 10, right? It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake." Because this here is a righteous thing that we are doing. We come out of the darkness and we step into the light. Understand like who we are. And we rehearse in the righteous acts, as it says in the book of Judges. Yahweh Shai kept the Passover, the statutes. And we ought to follow in his stead. Because why, these statutes, they are is to be kept throughout with generation, right? And we have to keep it and do them, no matter who in whatsoever land we go to possess. It says, "For theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Yes, so we have our reward. So once we endure to the end, we have our reward. "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you." And let's go down into the word revile. Matthew 5 and 11. Into the interliner in the Blue Letter Bible, because it's great to go down into the words, right, to get a more better understanding. It says,
Strong's G 3679, anidizo.
yeah, right, which goes into to reproach, upbraid, to deserve of the deserved reproach, cast, the strong say to defame, rail at, chide, taunt, and that's what they do, Look at the thing that he in, and all these things, they don't have nothing good to say, because in their mind it's evil that we are doing. We serving a strange God, as the precepts say, let me get it quick. The book Isaiah 5 and 20, right? It say, "Woe unto them that call evil good." So keeping Christmas, Easter, these things seem as good things unto them. If I wasn't that, there would not have a problem. And good, evil. So this is good, This is a good thing that I am in. Serving the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Understanding my heritage, Coming, stepping back into the light. Right? Following that narrow path unto righteousness, a righteousness of righteousness. That put darkness for light. Yeah. So they put the dark things at this world and make it seem that is the light, that is the way to go. And light for darkness. They look at us as something wrong. We are madmen. That way we in is not a right thing, is not a right path. All this foolishness. But hey, that is where all the revile comes in, the reproach. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right? Yapa precept. I'm going to go back at the Matthew 5 and 11. right? It says, shall revile you and persecute, right? Persecute, it says to make run or flee, put to flight, drive away, right? Because they're gonna reach a point where they don't wanna hear nothing about the Lord. They don't wanna, hear none of this again. They don't even want you to wrong them, and that is just the time coming. The Lord tell we all these things to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing to run after, to pursue in a hostile manner. So the time comes, they not gonna care. They might even start an argument with you. They might well fight you. They might well lash you. You know. Just as it did to the prophets of old. Right? It say, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. Because I know he and my Aunt Mobby have the talk with my grandmother and whosoever. And while we was, doing the Passover, because remember you would be speaking in Hebrew tongue and that is something strange unto them. So they thinking that is something evil and the blowing of the horn and all these things because it's strange unto them. Right? It say they're gonna say all manner of evil. They will be like, what kind of obia thing is that? What kind of, wickedness is that? For my sake. Rejoice. This is what Yahushua is saying. Hey, Yahushua tell you all these things. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai. He tell you all these things already. It says rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. So when these things happen, don't worry about it, be glad. Because you don't know the prophecy is happening, and things coming along. Soon we out of this place, brothers. You see the banks starting to crash, the MOTB on the rise, plagues, pestilence, wars, rumors of wars. Man, we coming to the end of this kingdom and into the setup of our kingdom that's going to be forever. For so persecute they the prophets which were before you. So nothing new under the sun. The spirit of the prophets being subject unto the prophets. The same way the spirit back then coming back upon the same earth. The spirit of them that had reproach and persecute the prophets is coming back here again upon the face of the earth. Wow. Matthew 24. Let's see. Look at Matthew 24 and verses 9. I'll start at 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Because while these things going on, Esau, Edom sending these enchantments upon Jake as well, so that they would hate us. Feel we don't know. Esau, Edom, you doing your enchantments, so that they of the world would build a hate towards us. Yeah. Because soon one time come when Esau, Edom deem us as terrorists, as threats, the spirit gonna be placed upon you, even your family, to kill you, to set you up, to carry you to the forces, Yeah. It says, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And all these things here is about to happen. Right? Well, now I could jump into the John 16. Yeah, a precept. John 16 and 1, it said, these things I have spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues, yea. And the synagogues in this time are going into the streets where we preach. Because soon in time we're not going to be on the streets no more. There are laws in place to take us off. It says, yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you think that he do it a God, do it, that he do it God's service. Because a deceptive spirit is gonna come back upon them just as in the day of old. You know, their mind gonna be amplified into thinking, hey, that's evil we doing. These are heresies. These people are Satanists. We ought to kill them. The same way ought to kill Stephen. You know, same way ought to stone Stephen to death. That same spirit is gonna come back. There's nothing new under the sun. Same spirits. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. Yeah. So they don't know Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, so that's why they're gonna kill us. Even when they crucified Yahweh Shai was like, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And we know that was really, you know, um, he said that because he could have even had elect amongst the people that time, you know, being brainwashed and in a lost state of mind. Right? Wow, this precept sweet. But hey, all in all this persecution, these things, we have the holy faith. The scriptures to um, strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh Hashem Yeshua gonna fight for us. I'm gonna get here now, the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verses 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Yeah, because hey, even in the early, I had a dream that, and the dream went like this, you know, because I even told my father that dream that I had. I had a dream that I would try and remember it in the best way I could, you know. In the dream, I was sitting down on a table, and it had other people around in a classroom, and it had like a doctor, you know, explaining things, you know, because it could be going into the mark, the charagma, because it had a lot of people taking it. The place was full of people coming and getting the charagma at that place, and I was there as well. I was sitting down in the class, but when I was watching everybody around going in and taking it, I was like, hey, I catch my mind back. Hey, Yahweh Shem Shai, what are you doing here? You know, and I tell him, hey, I had to go in the washroom, and I walk outside, and I was trying to get out of the place, because when I walk by the step, I watch as real people already take it, and probably it was like me and like one or three people I take it yet, but they're going to take it. So I step outside, I walk outside. So I looking around to see if anybody see me. So I start to walk fast to try and exit, because the building, it was looking like my college school. You know, the college that I went to, Asia Boys, but much bigger. You know, it was set up just like how that school was, right? But they're giving out the crack day, right? So I walked down the step to try and duck to the back to try and see if I could get out of the building. And not knowing, I bounced up my father and my sister in that dream. But the eyes, the whole countenance was very dark. And I was trying to walk fast, because I find the whole countenance was looking dark and the eyes kind of looking reddish. So I started to walk fast away from them. So while I walking fast, now they started to run after me. So I started running. So while I started running, they started to catch up to me. And in that dream, when they caught up to me, they end up pull out a knife and stab me up and kill me. They literally kill me. My own father and my own sister kill me. And when they kill me, now it's like I got up in that dream from right there off of the ground, and I realized like something wrong. I wasn't dead. And that was a yappa dream that Yahweh Shem Yeshua sent for me. I realized, you know, all was well with me, because I died, and the Lord, like, He raised me back up in that spiritual body, right? Right there on the same spot. And all the people was around. They started looking at me and started chasing me down. But I run a bit, and then I turned around and I just started slaughtering them off. I was just running up and breaking necks from my side, snapping necks, breaking them up. You know, Yahweh Shemeshai gave me spiritual power in that dream. I started breaking them up and I started running after them. Them was running from me. You know, I started to run up on the wall and the dream ended that I run up on a house. Like I could kind of fly, jump high a kind of way. Almost fly and kind of jump high. And I jump high and I grab onto a window because I see some people inside it. And I go on in the window and I go to kill them off. That's what the dream was like. Right? You know, but the main thing, you know, in that dream, they kill me. Right? So the time coming that our own foes, our family, gonna persecute us. But hey, Galatians 6 and 9, it say, and let us not be weary. Let me start at verses 8. For he that soweth to the flesh shall reap of the flesh. Yes, select. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And that is where our aim is on the prize. So we can study what we parents think. As the scripture said, don't let no man take thy crown. Right? It said, and let us not be weary in well doing, because the well doing that is this gospel. We being a part of this ministry, so let we not be weary. Right? For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Yeah. The book of Romans 8 speaks of you know, the sufferings. At this time is not worthy. Let me pull that quick. Romans 8 and verses 18. Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Yeah, precept. The sufferings, it is not, when you put it on a scale, the eyes had not seen, no ear heard, the things that the Lord had prepared for them that love Him. So when you put it on a scale, it way outweighs the weight of the sufferings upon this life. Right? Right, as Paul would say, you know, I just roughly paraphrasing it, he rather be absent in this flesh and be present with the Hamashiach. And that the mindset that we had to put on when that time reach, even now. The book of 2 Corinthians 1:17, 1 and 7. So it's saying our hope our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the consolation. Right? So yeah. And First Peter 4 and 13 backs this up clean. First Peter 4 and 13, where it says, but rejoice. I'm going to start at all. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial. Because even this in itself is a trial. That if we go if we go, you know, forsake the Lord and listen to what we parents have to say, or listen to what we love one another say, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened to you. So it wasn't strange. Because, hey, in my spirit, when my father said something to tell you, it's not a good dream. I had a feeling that he dreamed something similar to, you know, this truth why, and you know, I had a feeling it was something to do with that. So it wasn't strange unto me. It's if ye, right, but rejoice in as much ye are partakers of your house, shall sufferings. The Lord endured all sorts of sufferings, all sorts of reproach, the spit in the Lord's face, the tell the Lord he dealing with devils, you know, if easy, he dealing with Beelzebub, you know, and he that telling that he casting out the devils in the name of Beelzebub and all sorts of things to tell the Lord. You know, it say that when his glory shall be revealed, Ye may be glad with exceeding joy. So yeah, so we had to go through it. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's what we had to do. Tread to the very end. Well, yeah, I hope this video was edifying unto you Akims out there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. Double honors unto you elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation to you sincere brothers out there. Until the next one, I say shalom.